Life is an interesting way of turning out events if you understand how to leverage what happens to your advantage. And one of the biggest things you need to understand is that God places people in our lives for various reasons. He always places people for one main purpose: to assist you to get forward. And whatever it is, whether it's adversity, whether it's something that works in your favor, it's got a purpose. The purpose is eventually to put you ahead. But often as people, we don't understand that. Especially when things don't work your way or they don't turn out your way. You seem to think that life is unfair, or people are unfair, or God is not listening, or God is not paying attention to you, or you're being treated differently from any other people that you see around you. But if you understand the sequence of things that happens in your life is mainly to your advantage. There's a scripture that says everything works together for good to those that love the Lord. And what it essentially means is that everything, whether good or bad, eventually it will work for your good. It will work in your favor. But you need to understand that. And you need to understand that life is a process. It is a process because many things that happen at different times for different reasons, and they are occasioned by different people at different places, at different circumstances, and at different contexts. So what does all this take us to? It takes us to one main thing, that at the end of the day, when everything else is said and done, you will be okay. You will not be dead. Sometimes when things happen unfairly in your space, you tend to think that this is the end of it. You want to give up. You hate on people. You hate on life. You become desperate. You become sad. You become critical, etc., etc. But as long as you learn to chill, around the things that happen to you or in you, you will eventually understand why they happened. I often say to people that long after things have happened, when you look back, you will understand why they happened. You may not understand it at the time they happen, because maybe you're not even ready for them to happen. You're not emotionally ready. You're not intellectually ready. You're not spiritually ready for the things that happen. And that is why they get to you and they put you down, they pull you down, they depress you. But after all is said and done, if you enjoy the course and you are able to go through all the circumstances, you will look back with appreciation for everything else that has happened to you. I also often say you might hate on your enemies at the time when they seem triumphant and when they do stuff to you. And you might really wish that something bad could happen to them. But your enemies are important because they are part of the game plan. They are part of the process. They are part of what God has placed in your life to get you where you want to go to. My favorite example when I talk about this is Joseph. In short, there would never have been a throne for Joseph without the pit, without his brothers, without the Ishmaelites, without Potiphar's house, without Potiphar's wife, without the jail, without him interpreting dreams. There would never have been a throne. So all these things, as unfair as they were, because Joseph was a good person, they had a role in taking him straight to the throne. So you got to understand that. Understand that the adversity that is facing you, the people that are doing things that you feel are unfair to you, they are part of the bigger game plan. Because you will not be ready for your next level, you will not be ready for where you want to go in life if you don't go through certain things. If the people that are doing stuff that you feel is unfair for you, if they're not part of your life or part of the cycle of things that happens, you'll not be prepared. I look back at many years of my life, and I kind of think I begin to appreciate the people who gave me a hard time in life, because they prepared me for my destiny. They prepared me for where I'm going. Sometimes I meet some of them, I'm nice to them and appreciate them. They may not know why I appreciate them, but deep down I do know that I appreciate them because they were part of the bigger game plan. They were part of taking me where I am supposed to be. So instead of being bitter and being angry and being vengeful, appreciate the fact that you are going through a process, and you have to go through what you're going through to get where you want to get to. So don't despair. Accept it as it is. And one of the things that you need to learn in the things that I'm saying is the issue of revenge. Revenge is a base human natural feeling that wants to get back at people who do stuff to us all the time, because it gives us a sense of accomplishment that someone is paid for what they did to you. But look at Joseph again. The reason God could trust a person like Joseph with the kind of life he gave him after all the persecutions is because Joseph would have no time at all to pay back what was done to him. And instead of paying back to his enemies, what did Joseph do? Joseph blessed them. He showed them love and he showed them kindness. So revenge is not part of the game plan, and wishing your enemies to die or to get hurt is not part of God's plan. Part of God's plan is He will prepare a table for you while your enemies watch. So appreciate them as part of the process. Ciao.